I love watching the moss farm go. It's just a perfect loop. The moss gets broken, it gets sent into the composters, bone meal comes back up, you even make a little profit. It's just a perfect little infinite loop. It's so satisfying. Spent many years working on these things. It's been quite the journey since 1.17. We got all sorts of fancy stuff now. A lot of new developments. New tech has happened. We got autocrafters now. We got observer clocks. Last time I showed you guys this thing right here. It still works. Still really fast. I've been playing around with this concept a little with the 2 observers. And I just broke that, didn't I? I broke it so hard. Alright, anyway, I needed that. So, you get 2 observers going. The stone will, or the observers will update the lava, make it go real fast. And then pistons will just push it right out. But as you can see, sometimes we get cobblestone. And if you're messing with moss farms, you know that is a no-no. So that didn't work. But I even tried it different directions. This one's a big one. So I'm like, how fast can I do this? But yeah, as you can see, there's still cobblestone. The command blocks are just so it gets rid of the blocks so they can keep pushing new blocks. But yeah, that was way too fast. So just 2 observers going. So I made this clock over here. So we still got the 2 observer clock going. It's updating the lava. And then we got this 4 observer clock. And it's half the speed of a two observer clock. It's just signal traveling around in a loop. So every time the repeater goes off, the pistons fire. And they also power this dropper. This redstone dust will power the block, which will activate the dropper. And the items will drain into it, and then they'll drain right back out. So there's only 5 items in there. I tried it with 7 because it's pushing 7 times. But it ends up working out anyway. So when the dropper is empty, the water will flush. And then as soon as the hopper empties again, the water, it'll send a pulse up to this here. Sticky piston with a little repeater action to slow it down so that the water's actually gone when it fires. The redstone block will clear off the moss block, the sticky piston, and then it'll activate the dispenser fire in the moss. Yeah, everything gets pushed up this way into the bubble column, then it goes over this hopper minecart. Oops. Wow, way to go, Teach. This is why I don't play on the phone anymore. Ever since they changed the controls, I just do my recording on the phone. I play everything on PC now. But yeah, you got your hopper minecart in there. You nudge it in. There's 2 hoppers underneath there. If I can open this thing. So yeah, there's 2 items. It'll steal the items from above the ice, and then the hoppers will pull them out in double speed. That makes the bone meal. We got our little dome dropper circuit here. And it goes up in a loop and around. And it'll go over this hopper, so it makes sure it refills itself first. And then any remaining bone meal will go into this hopper, into this crafter. So once this crafter fills up, the way I got it set up is the hopper has to fill up to 23 or more items, and then that'll turn on this clock, and it'll make bone blocks. Yeah, so then any moss related items that don't get sucked into the hopper minecart that turn into bone meal will go over these filters. And I've only had this thing running for maybe 30 minutes. I left it on for over an hour earlier just to make sure there was no cobblestone coming through. I tried many different clocks, and the 4 o'clock seemed to work the best. But yeah, I left it running. I was AFK. Come back, it was still good, so I emptied all the storage out, started running it again, and hit record on this video. So now we are collecting all of the items and making our own bone meal, which is a new thing for any moss farm that I have made in the past. And I don't even want most of this stuff, but why not? Then this is just to check if I was missing any items, which I am. There's no reason for a cactus to be in there, but probably use 2 filters for moss after that, but everything else gets destroyed by the cactus. And this all fits within one chunk. A 16 by 16 area. And yeah, so we got waterlogged pistons for flushing system. It's kind of expensive, but it's what I like to use. The next step is to be combining this stone gen with all these items with the crafters, so we can end up with automated crafting of your mossy cobble, mossy stone bricks. We're going to use the saplings for smooth stone. It was way too hot, I had to take my shirt off. But yeah, that's enough out of me. Adios.